Hello everybody, today we are going to be starting some new learning using the Gruffalo's child to help us. Over the next couple of weeks we are going to be planning and designing to help us to create our own non-chronological report about an animal that could have been in Julia Donaldson's story. Now, the Gruffalo's child is a fantasy creature that was made up by Julia Donaldson, and a fantasy creature means that it is a creature that does not exist in real life. So in the Gruffalo's child, the two Gruffalos are the fantasy creatures, and then you've got all of the other woodland animals that would exist in real life. We're going to try and create our own fantasy creature. Now, Julia Donaldson has used some real-life animals to help her create a new fantasy creature when she was planning the Gruffalo. She thought about lots of different features, which you can see are taken from real-life animals. So I'm wondering, do you know any other animals that might have tusks? I know I can think of a few. Lots of other animals might have sharp teeth, claws, and something that's brightly coloured to act as a warning. So the Gruffalo has got purple prickles on his back. That makes me think of some animals that might be poisonous. I wonder if you can think of any as well. Whilst I was planning this learning, I started looking for some other animals that I thought had really amazing features about them. And one of the things that I found that was quite funny was the sun bear and his very, very long tongue. I've read that the sun bear's tongue can get up to 9 inches long, and that's so that he can lick up as far as he can get into a beehive to lick up the honey. So I wonder if you could maybe use some other amazing animals you might know about in the learning you're going to do today, and think about some of their features that your fantasy creature could also have. So what you're going to do is to choose 3 specialist features for your creature, and this is what's going to make your imaginary creature really different and really special. So I've drawn 3 ideas here for my imaginary fantasy creature. So my creature is going to have wings that are similar to a dragon's wings. Now, a dragon is a fantasy creature. It is not a real life animal. So it's up to you. You can choose. You might want to do all different fantasy creatures to make your one fantasy creature, or you could use some real life animals and some parts of a fantasy creature. So I've done a mixture. So I've got my dragon's wings. I've then chosen the sun bear's tongue because I thought that was just a really cool thing that he's got that I would like my animal to have as well, my new character. And then lastly, I've chosen the nose of a wombat. So I'm going to use all 3 of these features and I'm going to put them together to make a new creature. I think it's going to be very interesting looking, don't you? Now that I've done my 3 specialist features, I'm going to write underneath each one a short description to explain why I have chosen that feature for my animal. So I'm going to read it to you now. It has enormous wings like a dragon, so it can glide down and land gently in the trees. The wings are made of thin skin because it needs to be lightweight. Okay, so that's my one short description for just the wings of my new character that I'm going to create. And you can see I've put some of the words there in different colours. I wonder if you can tell what type of words I have used. So first of all, I wonder if you can include some conjunctions like I have. So I've used the word so in my first sentence as a conjunction, and I've used the word because in my second conjunction. You can see that those words are purple. You could use and, so, but, because, or if in your sentences at home. I've also used some adjectives, and here the adjective is describing the noun. So it's describing my wings and it's describing the skin. So my adjectives are the words that are in red. I've used the adjective enormous, I've used thin, and I've used lightweight. They are talking about the wings and the skin of my dragon. Now, finally, what I'm going to ask you to also have a go at using is an adverb. And here I've got my adverb in green, and I've used the word gently. Now, the word gently is describing the verb glide. It's talking about how my dragon is going to glide down. It needs to be gentle. The reason why I've chosen that is because I don't want any other animals to hear it coming. So it needs to be able to land quietly in the trees. So gently is a good adverb. It's a good word choice for me to use because it matches how I want my dragon to behave. Well, he's not a dragon, but he's got some dragon features. So your challenge at home today is to think of 3 specialist features that your new creature is going to have. So it could be something similar to mine, it could be completely different. And remember, they could be features that you've taken from a real life animal, or it could be a feature that you've taken from a fantasy animal. It's completely up to you. And then in tomorrow's lesson, you're going to have a go at drawing the whole animal together. So for today, we're just going to think about the 3 main features and have a go at writing some good sentences underneath to explain why you have chosen them. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing lots of your ideas.